And 2001 was an important film for me because I didn't understand it when I saw it. Our dad had taken me, and I was so frustrated by the movie. I kind of hated the movie when I first saw it. I was like, "Gah! What is that stupid black thing?" I was like, "This movie was stupid." And I was like, I didn't get what was that black thing? And he said, "Oh, that's a symbol." And I kind of like knew what the word was, but then suddenly I had a visual understanding of what the word was. It was like a symbol of what? And he said, it's kind of like a symbol for the consciousness of God. I didn't even understand what that meant, but it sounded amazing. And so then I asked him to take me back to see it again. And I saw it again, and then whenever I saw the symbol, I thought of like God. And it made more sense to me suddenly. And this was like a strange phenomenon, that you could suddenly look at something and then have different eyes and see it again and understand it in a completely different way.
Right.
The answer is out there, Neo. It's looking for you.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. You don't know what it is, but it's there. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Filmmaker Lily Wachowski, formerly known as Andy, came out publicly as transgender on Tuesday, something her sister and creative partner Lana did years before.
There's a critical eye being cast back on Lana's and my work through the lens of our transness.
It seems that you've been living two lives.
I finally came out to my family. When I told my mom what was going on, she jumped on a plane immediately. There was this big, tear-soaked baptism. And she confessed that she'd been afraid to come here to arrive and grieve the loss of her son.
Am I dead? Far from it.
But when she arrived, she found it wasn't so much as a death as it was a discovery.
I just thought, you were a guy.
Most guys do.
That there was this other part of me, an unseen part. She felt it was like a gift because now she could get to know that part of me.
One of these lives has a future, and one of them does not.
I stare into a mirror. Boy, mirrors can be tough for all of us, but trans people, that can be brutal.
Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
I kept this strange, relentless vigil, staring in the mirror for hours, afraid of what one day I might see.
You have to see it for yourself.
The enduring power of the Cinderella myth is this catharsis, this fitting of a slipper representing this intersection of who we see in the looking glass with who we want to be.
Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible.
Here, one checked box, one letter, an M, granted me access to legal, social, financial privilege, while another box, another letter, an F, denied them to me. Early on, I am told to get in line after a morning bell, girls in one line, boys in the other. I walk past the girls, feeling this strange, powerful gravity of association. As soon as I look towards the other line, though, I feel a feeling of differentiation that confuses me. I don't belong there either. I stop in between them.
Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
When I see the headlight, I take off my backpack and I put it on the bench. It has the note in front of it. I try not to think of anything but jumping as the train comes.
It is the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
We went to dinner. I dressed as feminine as I could, wanting to be seen by strangers as Lana, hoping that waiters would not call me sir or he.
My name is Neo.
Like, hi, I'm Lynn. This is my daughter Lana. And the waitress smiled and said, wow, she looks just like you. Of all the things I love about my hair, high on the list is the way children stare at it with fascination and delight. I can sometimes see their imagination bright in their eyes, recalibrating the possible. It is my hope that a symbol like pink dreads might help them understand normal is something that does not have to be defined for you, but rather by you. I am here because when I was young, I wanted very badly to be a writer. I wanted to be a filmmaker, but I couldn't find anyone like me in the world, and it felt that my dreams were foreclosed simply because my gender was less typical than others.
It's an excellent reminder that art is never static. And while the ideas of identity and transformation are critical components in our work, the bedrock that all ideas rest upon is love.
You can't be dead. You can't be. Because I love you.
I know I am also here because of the strength and courage and love that I am blessed to receive from my wife, my family, and my friends. And in this way, I hope to offer their love in the form of my materiality, so that this world that we imagine in this room might be used to gain access to other rooms, to other worlds previously unimaginable.
He told me I wasn't really looking for him. I was looking for an answer. It's the question that drives us, Neo. It's the question that brought you here. You know the question, just as I did.
What is the Matrix?